Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Mother, take us from unreal to real. Take us from ignorance to wisdom. Take us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Welcome to our short introduction to the Thursday sessions, for our sessions to the Sunday. So today I wish to start off with give you a little message for you to reflect upon. Just think, there are three paradigms in which the spiritual world or the research world, which is creating the confusions which we have been talking about, the idealism of East, the idealism of West, the world around us, and the self and the consciousness. That apparently there is more and more awakening is taking place. And we talked about Bernardo Castro and etc. on the last two Sundays. We're going to continue because it is intensely important that how West is thinking and how East is thinking, and how West progressively is leaning onto the Eastern. Just now, the 21st June went up the Yoga Day, and you all must have seen that our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, he was in United States of America. He was with the President, and he presented to the President a very special, unique moment of gift of the Indian structure with the candles and Ganesha, and also a beautiful relic of like a diamond to the lady, the First Lady. And everybody in America, everybody had wonderfully, everyone, for thousands of them, were a yellow yogic mat, and they were all dressed in white, including our Prime Minister was practicing yoga on that day. This yoga was brought to the Western world for the first time in 1893, 11 September, by Swami Vivekananda, and which made him the yoga guru. I've shared with you all Philip Goldberg, another American writer, calls it American Veda. I've shared with you that book, and he's written about Paramahansa Yogananda also, that he's writing amazingly that an young American educationist, but who was an Indian boy, young guy, must be 24, 25 years of age, and he was in one of the Ivy College in America, and he happened to read Emerson in America. Just think the reality. It is something amazing. He read Emerson, and Emerson talked about the power of Upanishads in India. And reading Emerson in America, this young Indian youth chose to leave his American study, came back to Rishikesh. Philip Goldberg, who is writing about it in his American Veda, he is mentioning it in that book. He happened to come down to Rishikesh. He was going around India and understanding the yogic process and Upanishads and Vedanta as an American. He's well read in American Upanishads. Philip Goldberg is describing, he was walking around the banks of Rishikesh. He happened to see, the little huts are there where the monks are isolated, are doing meditation facing the river Ganga. He happens to see one young monk dressed in orange ochre robe is facing river Ganga and meditating. And he found to be that young guy was very young. He decided to sit there a little distance till the young boy surfaces from his meditation. And when he slowly woke up and he was folding his mat, so Philip Goldberg approached him and he said, "Sir, it's so good to see that you are a young boy, and what attracted you to this life?" The young boy surprisingly spoke in a very good British American English accent and said, Well, I was a student in the Ivy College in United States of America, selected from India. And much to the chagrin of, meaning disappointment of my family, I happened to read. And the moment I read Emerson, I felt I'm wasting my life. I need to know my India more. And that's how I have come back to India and doing my meditation. This is the power of that East and West. And the West is progressively leaning toward these, including people like you and me. And this is the journey. And the world around us. What is the problem with the world around us? We are thinking, I am this little body in the mind, and I am limited. I am totally isolated, and I have to take care all of myself. And this little body, and this little mind, and this little me is projected to all the suffering, sickness, disappointment, loss of money, loss of relationship, and various other problems. And what? This world around it, so huge, so big, and the world is uncaring, not bothered what happens to me. I am aging, and very soon I'm doomed to die. Universe will continue. Why is this happening? So I wish to bring you across today in this another beautiful book, which is called The Honey of Non-Duality, right? Nectar of non-duality. Non-duality is non-dual, only one. Duality is God is up there and we are over here. Duality. God is powerful, I am too small, and God can do anything, I cannot, is the duality. Two. Non-duality is only one. Of that honey at the nectar, in which there is a beautiful write-up by one of the ancient Indian poets. He was a Kavi. His name was Lakshmi Bharat Kavi. This was unnoticed by most of the people, and he is writing as, and this book was actually first Saraswati, Kaviraj, he brought this book into the prominence, and this book was Swami Tanmayananda, Swami Tejumayananda of Chinmayananda Ashram. He translated first in English, and then it was brought into the fort to the people around and started studying it. And then thereafter, from Ramakrishna Mission, there was Swami Atma Priyananda, who also happened to go off to America, and he talked a lot about it. What is this book is talking about, and why am I talking about it today? He is saying, just why is this called the honey of non-duality? He is saying, that is, Lakshmi Bharat Kavi is narrating, just like a honey bee goes from flower to flower to flower to flower, various types of flower, collect the honey and makes this little honey, which is mixture of all the flowers honey, and then we have that honey. Just like that, he has gone from Shankaracharya to all the Advaita Vedanta specialists, arguments of various, down to text, and over centuries, and he has put them all together into one context, and this is the one he is calling it now is the honey of the non-duality. Now this particular book is talking about something beautiful. Starts in the first stotra. He's talking about is Aham Asmi Sada Bhavi. I am always thinking about I am. What does that mean? See, you are seeing me. You say, I am seeing you. Yes. Who's seeing me? I am. Let's say you see a flower. You say, I am seeing a flower. But just think, yes, I see the flower. Notice something, that I am seeing a flower in which I am is this aham asmi sada bhavi. Aham asmi, I am always there. Now let's change the topic. Let's say you are seeing me. Notice now, the flower is not there. Now something else, a Robbin Ghosh, a man speaking, has come in. You think, I am seeing Robbin Ghosh, I am hearing Robbin Ghosh. I am hearing, I am seeing. Have you noticed? Robbin Ghosh is new, flower is gone, hearing is coming new, seeing is there, but I am is constant. I am feeling sad. I am feeling happy. I am having a headache. I am not feeling well. I am feeling down. I am feeling happy, jovial. I am feeling I have a glass of drink. I'm feeling intoxicated. Have you realized? Did you ever think of it? Aham asmi sada bhavi. This is what beautifully Kavi Sada Lakshmi Bharat is bringing into us. This I am is always there. Now think, supposing I remove the I am, will the flower be there? Now, you are not going to see the flower again if the I am vanishes. If the I am, aham asmi, vanishes, I am not there. And this is what it means in the ancient yogic, in our 4 Mahavakyas, that this I am is that I which we think that it is our name, our body and our form. Which is I am? This I am. And this is what is the talk which is going on. Idealism, Western East, and that self and consciousness. This self, what we're talking about, we think it is just this little name and the body and the form, and we are forgetting that I is never changing. Various experiences are changing. I am experiencing. Look at it. I was that baby. I saw, that was my picture. I was that baby. I am now adult. I am now old. I know I'm doomed to die. I've become very sick. I have remained. But the body has kept on changing. Look at this mind, that other I. You say, this is mine, my thinking. I thought so. My expression is this so. Mind is continuously changing. From today morning itself, just think of it. How many times have you changed your thinking? Sometimes some people really came and bugged you. You were bugged. Sometimes some people came and gave you happiness. Sometimes you went and gave happiness to a lot of people. You had a beautiful company. You had a wonderful friend. You felt very good. You had a great coffee. You felt good, elated. You had a great food. You felt very nice and satiated. That was the mind. But the mind is changing continuously. Body is changing continuously. But have you realized that aham asmi sada bhava is continuing? And this is what we are going to take on and discussing about this honey, the nectar, in this coming understanding in this Sunday. Reflect upon it. There's something very nice, just a little anecdote in a short 15 minutes input to you. This I is influenced by what you think, because that thought keeps on changing, but that thought has the power to influence your mind. That word which you keep talking has the power to influence your thought and in turn the mind. Supposing somebody comes and criticizes me, I feel down and I feel he's my enemy. Somebody comes and appreciates me, I feel down, I feel happy, from down to happiness, and I want to hear it again and again, and I feel happier. Somebody appreciates me. Notice, That changing going on is because of the power of the word, power of the thought. So remember this I is the which is getting affected is not that true I which is constant. It is the mind I. I is the mind. And this is why the ancient masters talk about three paradigms through which the spiritual world goes in. First is called devotional paradigm, which is bhakti. So, bhakti is love for God, love for Divine Mother, love for Jesus Christ, love for Muhammad, love for Allah, love for Mahavir Jain, my Guru, Guru Nanak, Guru Gobind Singh, whichever. I love intensely, I focus my eye. This is the Bhakti Yoga devotional paradigm. The second paradigm is talked about is the knowledge paradigm, Jnanam. I am going by my knowledge. In this knowledge paradigm is I am realizing this that Aham Asmi. I have to just know it. And it goes ahead and tells us that look, basically, if you just take on this knowing yourself, only know who you are. This is who? Not the mind, not the body. And this is what is yours on my journey today through Advaita, one alone. And which is that one? Aham Brahmasmi. I am that. Which says, explains it and tells you Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya Jiva Brahme Vanaparaha. I will explain this. Brahma Satyam, that Ishvara Brahma is Satyam. Jagat, this world, is not true. Why? Because if Aham is not Asmi, like I am in coma, Jagat is not there. If I am there, I am alive, everything good, but I am in deep sleep, or I am in coma, Jagat is not there. If I am awake, I am wise, looking at it. So, these are the two. And the third one is called the meditation way of the yogic way, Patanjali. Patanjali talks about that you can attain and go beyond your that mind which is creating, body which is creating sickness, suffering, the paradigm of I have, I don't have, I need more, I don't need more, I am detached, I am attached, I am my desire. You can go beyond, but only problem is there, the Advaita Vedanta talks about it, which is through the knowledge, Jnanam, says, okay, you've got to Samadhi, you've attained Samadhi, you've had a beautiful experience, but when you come down, till the time you've enlightened, meaning even when you come down, you still know that I am not this body, not the mind. And this is why Swami Nigarananda is talking about I am that. Are you aware of his life? He was in Dharavi, living in Mumbai. And he had a beautiful small Dharavi slum room. And he became a Brahma Jnani. So he decided, I've had enough of this slum life, now let me go towards Himalaya. He started walking. And suddenly, halfway through, he realizes, not halfway through, after a short while, what am I doing? Why? Is Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya, but the Brahma is not there in my slum hut? So those of you who have been to his ashram in Dharavi, it's a very small room, but it's got a wonderful vibration. He showed it to the world that you can attain even in that slum. So you and I don't have to run off to the Himalayas. But when you come out of that samadhi, you're back again into this world. Unless you realize that I am not that. I ask you many times that waves have water, correct? And you say yes. But have you realized that waves don't have water? You've realized that the Vedantis, ocean doesn't have water. A beginner in the Advaita will say, what do you mean waves don't have water? Ocean doesn't have water. You as an experienced Vedantist, you smile. Yes, it doesn't. It is, if I remove the water from the wave, waves have water, meaning this glass has water. I can remove the water and have one glass, one water, two objects. I can't remove the water from the wave, neither from the ocean. But those who are enlightened, they know that this Jagat, ocean, or the wave which is the samsara, is not me. But I am operating there. I am the water. The water can be a dirty puddle in the road, or maybe a pond, maybe a river, maybe rain, maybe water in the cloud, anything. But the water has chosen to be the wave, the bubble, the froth, or the ocean. Water has chosen to be river, the pond, or the dirty puddle on the road. And you know that I am the water. Who's that you? You, that Aham Asmi, knows I am the consciousness. Not the body, not the mind, not the name, not this form, man or a woman's form. When you start to know it and know it without doubt, you start with a simple dialogue. Is listening, Shravanam, Mananam, reflection, asking question, challenging, clearing doubt, and Nididhyasanam, making it firmly your own. The moment you do that, what happens to you and me? We become like the sunlight. That I is like the sunlight, a metaphor, like an example. Not truly, because the sunlight is also created by the consciousness, sun. But you become like the sunlight, metaphor, example. Sunlight falls on the dirty puddle, on the dirty something on the road. It doesn't get dirty. You don't get dirty when you come into a hostile situation or a bad person. You maintain your calm. Sunlight falls on a pitcher of wine or a beer, it doesn't get drunk. Sunlight falls in holy river Ganga, it doesn't become pure. It remains detached, it's always pure. And that's who you and I are. Reflect, Shravanam, Mananam. Think about some good questions. Let's have a good session on the Sunday. I welcome you once again. It's a beautiful statement. Purnamada, Purnamidam, Shanti Mantra, Isha Upanishad. Purnamada, that is Purna. Purnamidam, this is Purna. In other words, that is complete, Ishvara, God. In theistic language, devotional language, that is God. And Purnamidam, meaning this world, this you and me, and the whole universe, is also Purna. Because that and this, in Advaita language, is one. In Shanti Mantra, is both are. Purnat Purna Mudachate. The moment you know Jnana Yoga, the moment you know that Purnam comes from Purna. If I take away a little water from the glass of water, the water in the glass reduces, but not in this. In Brahman, when you take away Purnam from Purnam, Purnam alone remains. So, Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat Purnamudachate, Purnasya Purnamadaya. The moment you realize that Purnameva Vashishyate, Purnam alone stays. That is that calm state in you, even in the difficult situation. Welcome to this world. Jai Guru.